Parts of the Bald Range wildfire in Canada, which began on 7 August, have been contained and evacuated residents can return to their homes in Summerland, British Columbia. The latest update comes after the deadly wildfire in Western Canada forced some 20,000 people to flee and claim the life of an 80-year-old woman. According to the mayor of Summerland, damage assessments have now been fully completed. The mayor reported some 150 structures have been damaged or destroyed. In southern Okanagan, authorities say about 22% of the 5,500 properties that were under an evacuation order due to the wildfire are now under the lesser evacuation alert instead. Environment Canada said large swaths of southern British Columbia are under either an orange or a yellow air quality warning due to wildfire smoke. Meanwhile, the Bald Range wildfire continues to burn out of control in other areas of Western Canada and has spread to over 212 square kilometers.
Hi, or as we say in New Zealand, kia ora. I'm Anna.
And I'm Callum from Conservation Amplified, and we're cycling the entire Danube River from source to sea.
To me, it was that moment of this is becoming real now. Like, we are now actively interfering in the river ecosystem to ensure that, I guess, human needs and the electricity and the power needs are being met. One is seeing a lot of wildlife, in particular birds, panting during the day, and we're obviously cycling sometimes in the heat and we're struggling, but then seeing them struggle is even worse. We can take ourselves out of that environment and go into the shade, but for a stork, for example, that nests on an open platform, they don't have that ability.
We started seeing a wildfire beginning to pick up. It's hot, it's dry, and it's windy. This is not good. Just seeing how dry the ground is, like, it's just a sparks needed to go up in flames. As we've developed in Europe and we've commercialized and channelized and adapted the river for human needs, from an environmental perspective, it's a lot better if we can think about the needs of nature when we're building infrastructure. They created, I believe it was an 8-kilometer fish bypass channel so that the fish could swim around the dams. And then that, through a series of measures, allowed for ecological flooding, so that then these floodplain forests could be flooded periodically, allowing all this shade and habitat for wildlife, but also for humans and recreation. And then they could also get a bit more fluctuation in the water levels.
There's a lot of cool stories of wildlife coming back to the Danube River. A river is a lifeline. It's fresh water. It's so important to treasure these places and not take them for granted, and just notice the wildlife that's trying to live along the river as well, and that should be thriving along the river, and give them space.
At this restaurant located in the city of São Paulo, attention to detail and the quality of the dishes served are paramount. In addition, Tuju, a venue known for its award-winning cuisine, also strives to respect the seasonality of ingredients and adapt to the different seasons of the year particularly the rainfall patterns, which are becoming increasingly erratic in São Paulo due to global warming.
A gente tem época do ano aqui em São Paulo que chove todos os dias, como você falou. Isso vai te dar alguns ingredientes, né? Você tem épocas intermediárias, como a que a gente está, e de repente você tem uma época do ano em São Paulo que fica 60 dias sem chover. E cada uma dessas características te proporciona produtos e possibilidades diferentes.
The restaurant is run by chef Ivan Ralston and his partner, culinary researcher Katerina Cordas. Research and exploration, combined with innovation and adaptation, give rise to the dishes served here. The tasting menus change every 3 months.
Normalmente, mês de julho, agosto é seco. E ainda não está seco, né? Tem chovido assim às vezes, né? Isso tem a ver com o Super El Niño. Isso fez com que a gente tivesse uma temporada de cogumelos maior. Durou quase o dobro do tempo. Então você tem que sempre ficar esperto e se adaptar. Afinal de contas, não é uma coisa engessada que vai ser assim para sempre.
This year, Toujours received its third Michelin star, along with another restaurant in the city, making these 2 establishments the first in Latin America to earn these top culinary distinctions.
Uma celebração é um restaurante de celebração, né? Não é um restaurante para você vir todo dia comer e ir para casa. É uma coisa, um momento especial.
This award-winning dining experience is not, however, within everyone's reach. Reservations must be made weeks in advance, and the price of the set menus can run as high as €277.
Seit dem 1. Juli haben wir einen eklatanten Anstieg der Besucherzahlen. Wir haben in normalen Zeiten, also Vorjahreszeitraum, um die 550 Besucher und Besucherinnen am Tag. Und jetzt verzeichnen wir ungefähr 900 Besucherinnen und Besucher am Tag. Also es ist ein Anstieg, der bei so 85-90% liegt. Und wir können tatsächlich Stand jetzt sagen, dass dieser Trend auch anhält. Also er ist wirklich bis heute ungebrochen.
Tatkräftig aus, das gefällt mir. Und also während ihrer Regierungszeit sie sehr, sehr kritisch gesehen habe, weil das nicht die politische Richtung ist, die ich unterstütze, denke ich heute, dass es schon eine sehr stabile Zeit mit ihr war und wünsche mir manchmal diese Stabilität in die deutsche Politik zurück.
Das ist ein Stück Kindheit für mich, weil ich bin 20 Jahre, also ich bin eigentlich geboren, da war, glaube ich, Merkel schon Kanzlerin. Und bis auf jetzt, genau, als Scholz dann irgendwann Kanzler wurde, war eigentlich mein ganzes Leben lang Merkel Kanzlerin und war für mich auch so ein Stück Deutschland und einfach war halt immer so. Und deswegen ist für mich so eine Kindheitserinnerung. Und ja, auch eher mit einer schönen Erinnerung verbunden, weil ich eine schöne Kindheit hatte.
Looks like the whole neighborhood's lost power.
The hell was that?
We can't leave.
I think that our neighborhood, our house, our whole street has moved.
How the hell is that even possible?
That's what I loved about the script when I first read it, was the family story, and that it was I didn't know exactly where the story was going to go, but once I realized that it was a crazy dinosaur survival movie, I was still really impressed that David was writing about this couple and about their relationship and how through whatever's happening in their life, they're unable to talk to each other properly, express themselves properly, and through fighting for the actual survival of their family, they find each other again. I really loved that. It was very well written.
What the hell's going on? Get inside now!
It was a mixture of a lot of different types of movie magic. So I had been told when I signed on that they were going to make every effort to do this practically, and it was going to be animatronics and puppetry. That didn't happen. So, but we did get really kind and wonderful stuntmen in leotards holding long poles that had dino heads on them, sort of prancing across a suburban street. And the thing that was so amazing was when you saw them and the scene wasn't happening, it looked so funny. And then the second David said action and you were there in the mindset of the character, they were the most terrifying things you'd ever seen. They were like just creepy and strange.
Gather supplies.
Grab anything you can use as a weapon.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna survive.